Gearhead 327. Alright, we've got a fault code, which I forgot what it was, but it says basically that the air fuel mix is off, and this 2010 Xterra has four O2 sensors. And I've already got the cover off right there, and we're up inside this, and you can see that the O2 sensor is actually pretty easy to get to once you remove this inner cover in here. It's got a little clip on there, and it's got a little plug. You can see that plug up there. Let's see if we can get it out of there. All right, I think this, it's got a pair of needle nose here. We can just, whoops, it just broke right off. Well, guys, when I fix it, I'll put a tie wrap on it. Okay, we got that little plug up there. If I can stick my fat hands in there, get that thing out. I'm not going to be able to hold the camera and get that out. Alright, let me work on that. Okay guys, I got to tell you that you know, I watch videos too, and I watch these people, they pull this stuff apart, and they make it look so easy. But this little plug right here, right there, was a pain in the butt. The only way I could get it out was I have this this really small screwdriver right here, and what I did is I put it right up in there, and then I was able to wiggle the connector out just barely. What a pain in the butt. I was worried about breaking that thing off back there, and then I had to spend a lot of time in the junkyard probably finding another one. Anyway, this little guy is ready to come out, so let's get him out. Alright, well, I guess it's time now to do the deed. You have to have a one of these O2 sockets right here. You can pick that up pretty much anywhere. And we can get this in here. Anyway, this little cord has to slide in there like that. Of course, it didn't seem, there we go. Alright, let's see if I'm strong enough to turn this. Oh! Oh, it came right out. Shocking. It was harder to get this out than it is to undo that right there. That's kind of crazy. And there we go. And I don't know if I stayed or not, but there's 4 of them on this particular vehicle. So, alright, well, let's get him changed out. It's only got 138,000 on it. Let's get him changed out. Okay, this is the little bad boy right here. $100 for that. What we're going to do is we're going to take that off. Now, you don't want to drop this. You want to be very careful with it. And we're going to put a little bit, this comes with it. This is like an anti-seize. It's got a little bit of anti-seize on it, but we're going to go ahead and put a little bit more on there. I can get it in the frame. Seem to be drifting out of frame here. Alright, and this says it causes irritation, so guys, I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to go wash my hands. I'm going to go ahead and get this started in here though. No, it doesn't fit. No, I'm just kidding. There we go. Alright, just got it started. We're going to finger tight it. I guess I'll worry about washing my hands later. And we'll put this thing on here, that little slot. There again, be very careful with the cord. I guess you should have a torque wrench here, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to kind of snug it on there. Okay, we don't want to break it off. And guys, if you don't have a long pair of needle nose, you should get some. That was the only way. I didn't mention that before, but I had to pull that plug and put that screwdriver in there to get this darn thing off. So, alright, well, let's see if we can get that routed up in there. You guys, if you don't have one of these, a little magnetic light or a drop light or something, it makes life a lot better to see what's going on up in there. Alright. So that's where we're going, right there. Try and get this little guy to clip back on. This is going to be kind of difficult with the camera in the way. I can't get in there with the camera in the way, so y'all will just have to, I guess how it's done or whatever, but this is a real pain. Okay guys, you want to line this clip up where these little like teeth are. That goes that way where the plug is, so just an FYI, if you try and fight it the other way, it's never going to go in. As a matter of fact, what we're going to do is use some of these because it wants to be uncooperative. Can you believe that? Okay guys, you can see where it's almost plugged in, so I'm just going to hold it with my hand right here, and then I'm going to use these and push it in. And like I said, it's very difficult to see with me in the way. And I want to show you something else too. You can see right there where that finger is, there's a little round thing, and this has a clip on the side right there, if you can see that. And that just slides on there, and that holds it on. There we go. Alright, and I just need to put a tie wrap on that because I broke that little clip off, and then we ought to be back in business. So let me go get a tie wrap. Alright, I'm going to put that little tie wrap on here. We don't want that flopping around. Alright, and there we go. All we gotta do is start it up, and hopefully that code will go away. Okay, let's start it up. Still got the service engine light on. Okay guys, what I had to do is I pulled the battery terminal off and I let it set for a few minutes. That's the negative. Make sure it doesn't touch anything. And I started it up, and we don't seem to have that code anymore up there. We don't have the service engine light on anyway. Okay, well, we're going to call that a wrap. I guess my next video is I'm going to have to change the brake pads out on this thing right here. They look a little thin. Okay, I got that inner panel put back in there. There's just a couple screws here. There's one on the bottom up underneath there, and there's a couple up underneath there. You can see the screws, and there's a plug you can see right there. It's real simple to remove it, guys. Don't be intimidated. There's the old O2 sensor, but I wanted to show you the tools that I used. Of course, I needed an O2 sensor removal. I got this, I think, up at the AutoZone. I forgot how much it was. 3/8 extension, a real small screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, and a pair of needle nose. And you can either use, you know, a 21mm 1/2" drive socket to get the wheel off, or a lug wrench, or I use my impact driver. But you don't need that fancy stuff to do it. Just some simple tools, and you can save yourselves a boatload of money. Gearhead 327.